Welcome to the American Lung Association's We Belung at Home virtual oxygen mall. I'm John Mercure for 620 WTMJ Radio. So glad that you are with us, and I'm joined by Mr. Handsome Pants here. He is Acting Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky, who also happens to chair the Wisconsin Lung Association's leadership board. Man, you look good.
So do you.
I wish the COVID thing wasn't going on because I want to touch those stripes. I want to
6 feet, John.
I know. We're going to honor that. I'm so glad that you're with us, Aaron, and I'm glad that everybody out there is with us as well. And I've been fortunate to be a regular at this event. It's one of the great events in our community every single year. And while the virtual oxygen ball is different this year because it's virtual, we are in person. I mean, you are there. I can almost touch you. You're there. I'm here. It's real. We want to express, even though you're with us through the screen, how grateful we are that you are part of our experience tonight for an hour-long virtual evening of comfort, cocktails, I know that, and camaraderie to defeat lung disease. We want to hear from you over the next hour, so please use that chat feature. You can toggle over on your right to share your comments, your questions, where you're tuning in from, what you're drinking, what you're wearing, what you're eating, the whole day. Are we going to get to eat?
I would hope so.
I would hope so, too. I was told there would be food. So how are you chatting? What are you wearing? Are you wearing those joggers? Do you even have pants on at all? We'd love to hear from you during this very special evening. But at the end of the day, it's about something very important and serious. It's about raising dollars to fund the American Lung Association's life-saving work. We'll need your help to reach our goal of $175,000.
We know this year has brought many unforeseen changes and challenges that have impacted all of us. As a firefighter and the acting chief, I support the American Lung Association because their vision is a world free of lung disease. You may not know that respiratory diseases remain a significant health issue for firefighters and emergency responders alike. We face increased exposure to gases, chemicals, smoke in the course of our work. Additionally, most of the emergency medical calls to which we respond are for shortness of breath or are smoking related. Tonight, we're going to learn more about the Lung Association's mission and how relevant the organization's work is in our community. We're going to have some fun too, to be sure. On behalf of the Wisconsin Leadership Board and the Oxygen Ball Committee, thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's program. Now, I'm pleased to share a message from the American Lung Association National President and CEO, Harold Wimmer.
I'm Harold Wimmer, National President and CEO of the American Lung Association, and I'm honored to welcome everyone tonight. We come together to enjoy an evening of elegance, entertainment, and fun in the fight against lung cancer. We have a dynamic program in store for you. But first, I wanted to take this moment to thank the local leadership board, our co-chairs and planning committee, sponsors, and all of you at home for your support in a time when lung health is most at risk. For more than 115 years, Americans have trusted the American Lung Association to protect their lungs. For this reason, we have remained on the front lines to drive awareness and support research efforts to defeat lung disease. Over the years, the success of this event has become integral to our vital mission work, and this year is no different. As you know, a new threat to lung health has devastated our nation and our world. This year's event has added purpose of supporting our recently launched COVID-19 Action Initiative in addition to our Lung Force campaign. More than 36 million people in the United States are living with a lung disease, which places them at higher risk for experiencing complications from COVID-19. This is especially true for Black and Hispanic Americans living in our underserved communities hit hardest by the virus. Our association was founded on the principle of using education, advocacy, and research to eradicate tuberculosis. And we will use those same principles to ensure our nation can address today's pandemic and is prepared for future respiratory viruses like COVID-19. We thank you for joining us tonight. The life-saving work of the American Lung Association is more important than ever, and we couldn't continue this work without you. With that, I hope you will enjoy tonight's celebration of lung health and hope. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thank you, Harold. Now, a few reminders for tonight. Keep those bids coming in for our silent auction. Don't be loud. We have something for everyone, and bidding's going to close at 9 p.m. So set those max bids or check your items often. Don't forget to check out at the end of the night by clicking on the shopping cart on your top right. I'm a poet, and I didn't know it.
You are. You're good.
Our live auction is coming up later, so take a peek at the unique experiences. Start messaging your friends to plan your next epic trip or experience. Like Deputy Chief for a day.
We can do that?
You can.
Oh, all right. I'm in.
Well, except you.
Okay. I'm all right.
All right. I also want to remind you that there is a donation opportunity on the right side of your screen. This will be available throughout the entire program. So if the spirit moves you, you can give as often as you like. Now, we would like to thank some of our extremely generous sponsors. United Healthcare, MHS Health Wisconsin, Children's Wisconsin, Ascension Wisconsin, Zizzo Group Engagement Marketing, Aegis Corporation, Hush Blackwell, and Direct Supply. As many of you know, the proceeds raised this evening are one of the ways the Lung Association supports its critical work. So please donate and bid generously. I know I have my eye on the chef's dinner at Pfizer Forum for up to 20 guests coming up in the live auction, and I'm always down for some friendly competition.
Oh, you are. You are. I want to go back to the chief thing. What if you want to be the main chief? I mean, the deputy chief's kind of cool, but what if you want to be the main guy, like you for a day?
The job's up for grabs, John. So.
All right, I'm in. I'm going to call my friends. We're going to get this done. I agree with you, Aaron, with a lot of what you're saying. Usually while I'm up here, my wife, Michelle's keeping track of items as well. She's doing that tonight. Some facts. I didn't know all this. Humans can survive 5 weeks without food. 5 minutes is a long time for me, but 5 weeks without food, 3 days without water, but only 3 minutes without breath. And that's really why we're here tonight, to fight lung disease so that everyone can breathe easier. 89 cents of every dollar that you donate tonight goes directly to the Lung Association's research and mission programs to help save lives, so you can feel confident about donating tonight. Your money goes where you think it's going to donate tonight.
Absolutely.
It goes to make a real difference. Throughout the last year, COVID has challenged the American Lung Association and our entire nation in ways that we really couldn't imagine, but we have not let it slow us down. We're delighted to have United Healthcare as our presenting sponsor for the 9th consecutive year. That's amazing stuff. Now let's welcome our friend. He's Dustin Hinton. He is the president and CEO of United Healthcare. Let's check out what the Lung Association did over the last year. And this is going to be cool. Then we're going to hear from Queen Latifah on why she supports the Lung Association.
Thank you, John. It's great to be here on behalf of United Healthcare and the more than 830,000 Wisconsinites living with lung disease. Thank you for joining us tonight. United Healthcare is dedicated to helping people live healthier lives and making the health system work better for everyone. The relationship between United Healthcare and the Lung Association is a brilliant example of what care can do. Did you know lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer? 1 in 15 men and 1 in 17 women will develop lung cancer in their lifetime. More than 26 million Americans have asthma, including 6.1 million children. It causes millions of lost school and work days every year and is the 3rd leading cause of hospitalization among children. And we cannot have a lung health event without also talking about another current health threat, the COVID-19 pandemic. The Lung Association has a saying, when you can't breathe, nothing else matters. And this couldn't be truer for those who've been diagnosed with COVID-19. Later, you will hear from Judge Derek Mosley of the Milwaukee Municipal Court on his personal experience with COVID-19. And of course, we could not accomplish our goals without all of you. Tonight, we are asking you to give and bid often. Thank you for bringing us closer to a world free from lung disease. I can't wait to show you what the Lung Association has been up to over the last year.
In 2020, we leaned into our pioneering model of education and advocacy, driven by groundbreaking research to tackle the respiratory disease that has shaken the nation, COVID-19. In a period of misinformation, the Lung Association has emerged as the go-to resource for science-based, trusted health information through our COVID-19 Action Initiative.
The new FDA standards that Dr. Pullen mentioned that came out yesterday are an example of science-based leadership saying we want to see enough safety data so that we can be confident
And the ALA is putting a lot of time and effort to figure out how we can do that best.
Whether it becomes seasonal in the sense of returning and being around chronically is going to depend completely on the level of efficacy of the virus and how many people get vaccinated.
COVID-19 brought racial health disparities into clear focus. We use this moment to position the Lung Association as part of the solution. Through it all, we've strengthened existing partnerships and created new ones. And if that weren't enough, we continue to support all our strategic imperatives, including our efforts to defeat lung cancer, champion clean air for all, create a tobacco-free future.
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping.
Improve the quality of life for all those with lung disease and their families.
When we inhale a lot of smoke or other components, other chemicals that irritate the lungs, the body and the lungs start to lose some of their defenses. So we do become more susceptible to viruses like COVID.
And we were able to pivot to meet the fundraising challenges of today. The American Lung Association is the nation's trusted champion for lung health. Our leadership is strong, and we are poised to continue our important work in 2021.
We all know by now that among its many symptoms, COVID-19 just loves to attack the respiratory system, crippling our most essential function, our ability to breathe. I witnessed the stakes of lung health firsthand, watching my mother battle scleroderma, which led to fibrosis of her lungs, making it extremely difficult for her to breathe. So I know how hard it is to watch someone go from being someone who can breathe just fine to requiring oxygen to requiring a ventilator. Now, my mom was a high school teacher who dedicated herself to helping people. And although she lost that battle with that lung disease, we are here tonight so that other people don't have to. She would want me here just for that reason. And that's why I first started working with the American Lung Association, an incredible organization with a 115-year track record as a trusted champion for respiratory health. They first came together way back when to fight tuberculosis through education, advocacy, and research. And since then, it has been significantly reduced. Well, guess who's in their crosshairs now? COVID-19. One thing I've learned working with the American Lung Association, the lungs are amazing. They provide the breath for historic speeches, mind-blowing sports highlights, soul-shaking vocals, even what I'm saying right now. Now, it sounds weird to say, but the lungs are the unsung hero of the body. So tonight, we're going to celebrate them. We're also going to protect them by raising money for the American Lung Association's COVID-19 Action Initiative. The Lung Association is ready to meet the moment and help address the havoc this pandemic is inflicting, particularly communities of color. They're aware of the systemic health disparities. They're stepping up and taking on the formidable task of closing the gaps in how this country takes care of its people. But they need our help to do it. I know we will. Lives are at stake. We're asking you to open your minds, your hearts, and of course your wallets, of course.
And as Queen Latifah just shared with us, she's a lot of fun, isn't she?
Absolutely.
A cool message. We're asking you to open your minds and your wallets to support bringing an end to systemic health disparities. But we need your help. It's just that simple. We need your help. Click the Donate Now button to make your best gift. Just help us make a difference by clicking that button. It's so easy. And I'm excited because it's one of the special moments of the evening. The American Lung Association in Wisconsin is pleased to honor Children's Wisconsin with the Legacy Award for their contribution to lung health and tobacco prevention, and for their work in identifying that vaping was behind a sudden surge in mysterious lung illnesses across the country. We're delighted to share a little background and the significance of their impact through a video produced by Zizzo Group Engagement Marketing.
When I saw my patient in clinic that was in respiratory distress, her physical appearance was very striking. She had difficulty even walking to the exam room because she was getting short of breath. She had some weight loss. She was breathing so fast that she couldn't carry on a conversation and barely answer one-word questions.
We tend to get the sicker children, and many times when a child is ill, there's a lot of times we don't know what the source of that is.
When these healthy teenagers were coming in when it's great weather, no previous pulmonary history, and they're in severe respiratory distress requiring oxygen or a ventilator, we had to dig deeper.
Her mom mentioned it on the way out to the ambulance, to my nurse, that she had been vaping. And I knew, and when I heard that, I knew it was very unfortunate that and was very sick with an illness that for sure would not help, but we didn't make all those connections until later.
We were doing bronchoscopies of all of these kids because that's very typical when you don't know what the lung pathology is, because we want to get a sample. You want to rule out unusual infections or any other possible diseases.
When the ambulance came and took her to Children's, and I called the hospital to give them a heads up, I more just told them that she was in respiratory distress, had a diagnosis of pneumonia, was on antibiotics, but was clearly not getting better.
It was very shocking and scary because these kids should be healthy. They should be enjoying their summer, but instead they're in a hospital bed on oxygen or on a ventilator. And these are athletes too, really strong teenagers.
We have a 14-year-old with. And then it was, well, now I've got a 15-year-old with. And the attending at the time, she went, well, aren't you talking about the last kid? And he was like, oh, no, and I got another one yet, too.
In teens, what are some things that they do? There are some risk-taking behaviors. And so we asked about any substance abuse, travel, of course. But the one thing that sort of tied them all together was that they had been vaping.
And that's how it all got pieced together, is that was a common thread. With all of the initial presentations, is each one of them had been vaping at some point in time, and vaping right up to the point that they got sick and showed up in the hospital.
And then on July 25th, there were already 8 teenagers who were admitted with lung injury. And at that point, the Department of Health Services then issued an alert to the entire state, letting them know if there are cases similar to what we were seeing, to let the proper authorities know and to keep track of it.
So Dr. Goodsight worked with the state. And we came out with our statement at the same time the state put out its advisory. That was taken national. And then there was an absolute flood that happened after that of similar cases of a much larger age group.
After that, I think it just spread like wildfire. Other cases were reported in other states. And then there was the first death sometime in early August.
We never imagined, at least I never imagined, that you would see the national and international, the number of phone calls that members of the team took over the first couple of weeks about what were we treating, what were we seeing, how was this working.
We thought we were getting rid of cigarettes. We thought our children were protected. And vaping, or e-cigarettes, is now sadly considered and looked at as the new return of the cigarette.
And I think we have to keep it in people's minds. This isn't something that went away. Kids are still out there vaping.
It was sad, overwhelming, but at the same time, it opened everyone's eyes.
Nicotine is 10 times stronger. There's 10 times more nicotine in an e-cig than in a normal cigarette.
One promising thing about humanity is that most want to protect our kids. Most want the best for our kids.
Vaping is powerful. It's a powerful enemy of our children and their future health.
And if we can prevent one child from even touching an e-cigarette, that is a success.
As a group, we made an impact, right? And I think that's the big take home from this, is that, we didn't go out seeking publicity. We went out seeking the better health of our children.
Our children don't deserve to be hurt by something that they didn't understand. And I feel that the vulnerable population, unfortunately, will suffer the most. So we have to protect our children.
Wow. We are so proud of the work of Children's Wisconsin. Thank you. They were the global leader in this vaping crisis discovery. The Lung Association is proud to champion lung health through education, research, and advocacy to prevent our youth from becoming lifelong and smokers. Now, please join me in welcoming Peggy Troy, President and Chief Executive Officer of Children's Wisconsin, to accept the Legacy Award.
Good evening. I'm Peggy Troy, CEO of Children's Wisconsin. I am so very honored and pleased to receive such a prestigious award on behalf of the children's providers and staff who played a critical role in identifying and addressing the very serious impact of vaping on our children and teens. At Children's, our teams don't just stop at treating what's happening with kids who are right in front of them. When something doesn't add up, they keep digging until they find the answers. And when there is a public health issue that needs to be addressed, they drive for the change that is needed to help all kids, and in this case, kids across our entire country. We know that much of what impacts the health and safety of our kids can't be addressed within the walls of our hospitals and clinics alone. That's why we are committed to working with other organizations who also are focused on improving the lives of kids, families, and the community at large. We can't achieve our vision of Wisconsin kids being the healthiest in the nation without strong partners like the American Lung Association, a trusted local and national champion for lung health. Working hand in hand with the Lung Association to support critical education, advocacy, and research strengthens our contributions to the health of our community, and it saves lives. While we made some progress in preventing youth vaping, we know more needs to be done in all of these areas. We need to educate our young people because we want to keep them from vaping in the first place versus helping them try to quit once they are addicted. We need to continue our advocacy because strong legislation can help reduce tobacco and e-cigarette use among our teens. And we need to continue our research because we know there's much we still don't know about the short and long-term health consequences of e-cigarettes use in our kids. The doctors, the nurses, and other care providers at Children's are truly healthcare heroes, working day in and day out on the front lines to ensure that all kids have the best chance at a healthy and happy life. On behalf of the outstanding Children's Wisconsin team that had such a significant influence on the conversation around vaping and its impact on kids, thank you so much for this tremendous honor.
Thank you, Peggy, and thank you, Children's Wisconsin, for your impact on our community. Hey, do you think your kids wouldn't vape? I mean, everybody thinks their kids wouldn't vape, right? Statistics say that they just might. And the Lung Association can help you find out what you need to know about why kids vape and the dangers, the signs, and the symptoms. 8,000 kids start vaping every day. Man, that's such a big number. And kids who use e-cigarettes are 4 times more likely to try a regular cigarette. We all know that that's a really, really bad idea. Because of this, the Lung Association helps educate parents, teens, and administrators through several programs, including Not on Tobacco, the proven teen smoking and vaping cessation program. Now, I know we've been sharing quite a bit about the Lung Association's important work. We've been highlighting the impact, the importance of lung health in our community. In a normal year, we'd be at this event, we'd be bidding on items, we'd be celebrating with our wives, we'd be having a great time catching up with all of you. We'd be toasting the efforts of the Lung Association together, because that's what we'd be doing. So I thought, even though we belong at home tonight, we can still raise a glass and toast all of you at home and thank you for the impact, the big impact that you're making right now. So here's to...
Hold on. One crucial thing here, John. We don't have drinks yet.
Oh, I was hoping you'd notice that, actually. I've got that covered. I took the liberty of rounding up these ingredients with the American Lung Association staff. We've got it right here. We're going to make a signature cocktail. How about that? We're going to call it the electric sidecar. Would you be willing to test your mixology skills, help me whip up a couple cocktails?
Are you going to be gentle or are you going to walk me
I'm going
through
to be,
this?
I'm going to be easy, I promise.
Okay, very good. Then I'll do it. Absolutely.
All right.
Let's get to it. What do we need?
All right, it's the electric sidecar. Now, traditionally, a sidecar is made with brandy, but you can also do a variation with Tito's vodka. Who doesn't like a little Tito's? So let's make it. It's tonight's signature electric sidecar. You can make this at home. It's really easy.
Excellent. I love the name, too. It reminds me of the Lung Association's Clean Air Initiatives.
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? All right, here's what you're going to need. And you can find the ingredients, amounts, all that stuff right there on your screen off to the side. So you're going to need vodka, triple sec, a little bit of lemon juice. We've got a shaker filled with ice, some fine sugar, and lemon wedges.
Very good. Looks like we've got everything squared away here, John. What do we do first?
All right, so here's what we do first. Grab one of those lemon wedges, run it around the rim of your glass, kind of get that nice and wet there with the lemon wedge. And then you're going to dip that glass in sugar. We've got some sugar here, so dip that in there. Set it aside. Next, add ice to your shaker. We've already got that in there, done, all right. Take the vodka. First, take the lid off. Take the vodka, pour the vodka right in your shaker.
That's about 2 ounces there, hey, John?
That's about 2 ounces. You got that right. Okay, then add the triple sec. 1 ounce of triple sec. That's the orange liqueur right there. 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. They squeezed this for us, big guy. They weren't going to trust us to squeeze any lemons.
They're very smart.
Yeah,
they're very smart. All right, I think
put that in there.
Got it all there.
Got it all added in? Okay, then here's what we do next. Cap it back up. Shake it. Got to get this thing. Ooh, you're a good shaker, Chief.
Thank you.
So let's pour this in the glass, okay? Ooh, that's nice and cold, all right? Let's pour that in there. This is the electric sidecar coming at you. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? All right, how about a little lemon wedge? You're fancy pants over there. Looks like you've done this a few times, Chief. Lemon wedge, right there on there. All right, so here we go, the electric sidecar. Chief, here's to you. Here's to all of you at home. Thank you for being with us this evening. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you for supporting the American Lung Association. And most of all, here's to all those who are living with lung disease. We see you. We're with you. We're fighting with you. We will continue raising funds and awareness in your honor. Cheers.
That is outstanding.
That is.
We hope you're all raising a glass with us, with whatever you're drinking at home tonight. And we want to know. Share by chatting with us in the chat window on the right, whatever you're enjoying. Check out the drink recipe for this electric sidecar. The name. Check that out in the chat right now. Well, now that we've made the cocktail, John, I'm ready to talk auction items. What have we got our eye on this year? I see United Healthcare, our presenting sponsor, has selected some of their favorite auction items.
I love this stuff. One of them is this amazing live auction item, the Chef's Dinner for 20 at Fiserv Forum. This dinner, you can have it hosted right there at the Forum, looking out over the skyline, or the chefs will come to the winner's house, prepare the meal there, especially for you. That's incredible. And since I can't bid on it from here, I'm going to make sure that I make friends with the winner. That's my plan. I'm going to make sure I make friends with the winner.
Not if I get to them first.
We'll see how that works out. There's also a 5-ticket package for a Broadway show of your choice at the Marcus Performing Arts Center. This is a great series. You get to choose from the upcoming Broadway season. It includes Jesus Christ Superstar, Cats, Mean Girls, Pretty Woman, Ain't Too Proud, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh. Now, here's another exciting item for you. Beasties. John, have you ever heard of Beasties?
And what's a Beastie? Is that a band? Is that
All right. Well, it's not the Beastie Boys.
Okay.
It's the
All
Beasties. Now, little known fact, I have one of these in my home, John. It's bright pink. It's one of those things where you wouldn't maybe know it by name, but you've seen it. You know what I'm talking about.
It's a piece of art thing. It's a sculpture.
Piece of art. Yep.
Okay.
It's crafted, created by local artist Dennis Pearson. And the ones we have for you today, one's about knee high and one's a little baby beastie. These are extremely, extremely popular art items.
That sounds super cool. I like it. So don't forget, bidding for the silent auction closes at 9 o'clock. Now let's get back to why we're all really here tonight. We want to welcome a few of our sponsors to share why they're supporting the American Lung Association.
Hi, I'm Reggie Newsom, Chief Community Impact and Advocacy Officer for Ascension, Wisconsin. On behalf of Ascension, Wisconsin, I am pleased to support the American Lung Association Auction Ball and the hashtag Act for Impact initiative that provides lung health education and advocates for our underserved communities of color. By investing in respiratory virus research, we can better prepare for future outbreaks. Essential Wisconsin is deeply committed to improving community health by increasing access to healthcare, eliminating barriers, and closing health equity gaps. We know communities of color have been disproportionately impacted by COVID-19. Anchoring our community, Essential Wisconsin recognizes the significant impact we have to improve overall wellness in the communities we are privileged to serve. We all have a unique role to play as we respond to this health crisis and the disparity COVID-19 help to shine a spotlight on. Working together and combining efforts will make a greater impact on protecting the health of our community. As our mission calls us to support the most vulnerable among us, we appreciate the opportunity to collaborate with the American Lung Association to improve the lives of those who live in our diverse communities throughout Wisconsin.
It is our mission to harness the energy of our work company and our champion partners to provide service involvement and leadership opportunities to benefit our community.
Wow. A huge thank you to our sponsors for their generous support. We would also like to thank the sponsors on screen. Thank you for making tonight possible. At this time, we would like to share a few personal stories and reasons why the Lung Association needs your support now more than ever.
Hey, I'm Laura Dern. I've worked with the American Lung Association for several years now to help raise awareness of lung cancer, the #1 cancer killer that took my grandfather and several close friends. And over the years, I've learned more about the dangers to lung health, like air pollution, radon, tobacco smoke, of course, and vaping. I've also learned about lung diseases like asthma and COPD, and now COVID-19. The pandemic has impacted all of us, putting lung health front and center. I've lost loved ones, and I know many of you have too. The American Lung Association supports the most vulnerable members of our communities and funds life-saving research. I'm asking you to help our efforts. Any donation can make an impact if we all pitch in together. Join me today and donate to the American Lung Association to protect lung health of all Americans. Because when you can't breathe, nothing else matters.
Hello, my name is Derek Mosley. 1 year ago, I nearly died. COVID-19 had starved my body of crucial oxygen. I went from being able to breathe like this, normally, to only being able to breathe like this. After 9 days in the ICU, I survived COVID-19. I am working to raise awareness in the African American community, which has been disproportionately affected by COVID-19 and experiencing lower vaccination rates than any other community. COVID-19 has exposed a deep gap in resources and healthcare access within underserved Black and Latino communities. These communities have been hit hardest by the virus, resulting in a higher infection and death rate. That's why I am asking you to support the Lung Association and their new vaccination awareness campaign, which focuses on delivering culturally appropriate education about the safety and significance of getting vaccinations to the communities most at risk. Thank you.
My name is Sharon DeGuzman, and I serve as a director on the Wisconsin board. I've been involved in ALA for over 12 years, and my initial involvement was through my children's health issues. My husband, Jim, and I have 5 children, and our youngest 3, Luke, William, and Olivia, were born at 32 weeks. As preemies, they had fragile lungs and spent 4 weeks in the neonatal intensive care unit. Luke and Olivia had some additional health issues when they were younger, including asthma. Luke eventually grew out of it, but Olivia still has to manage her breathing on a daily basis. She was hospitalized twice in 2019 with pneumonia, which was a pretty scary time. This past January, I found myself seeking medical treatment for shortness of breath and chest pains. I thought I had contracted COVID and was quite shocked when I learned I had bilateral pulmonary embolisms, or blood clots in my lungs. I was admitted to the hospital and spent the next few days going through tests, treatments, and becoming educated on my condition. I realize now how lucky I was to seek treatment when I did, and more importantly, how lucky I am to be here to share my story with you. I'm so grateful for all the work the American Lung Association continues to do on education and research to allow so many individuals like me and Olivia the gift to breathe. ALA touches so many lives through advocating, educating, and through their research on asthma, COPD, the dangers of vaping, lung disease, lung cancer, and of course, more recently, the impact of COVID. They continue to push research to the next level so we can all breathe easier in the future. So thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting American Lung Association.
There are just so many people I know that have been affected in, Black and brown communities, poor communities who are just being marginalized and ignored, and they're suffering the most. I would encourage you to donate. Every little bit helps. Every little bit counts. Thanks again. May God bless you and your family.
The American Lung Association's mission is crucial, immediate, and winnable. Thank you to Laura Dern, Judge Mosley, Sharon de Guzman, and LL Cool J for raising their voices. Now, we are asking you to support the Lung Association. Every gift will help support our efforts to stop all lung disease in its tracks and take critical precautionary measures to protect public health from future respiratory virus pandemics. We know we have a long way to go before we can overcome both the medical and social issues that are the root cause of the lung health disparities, but I am confident in our ability to continue making meaningful change. Thanks in part to each of you.
Thank you so much, Aaron. How cool is that? LL Cool J and then the coolest chief in the United States. How sweet is that? It's your chance to make a difference. Donations are coming in. We need your help. You've heard some of the stories, right? My daughter has asthma. Someone you know probably has COPD. We all know someone who's been impacted by lung cancer and lung disease. Now is a chance for you to make a real difference. And it's very, very easy. We're asking you to consider making a gift in honor of those people that you love. Here's how you do it. There's a give button on the screen. When you are ready to give, when you are ready to help us make a difference, you hit that button for 3 seconds. Then you get to pick a pretty cool emoji. You can clap. There's smiley faces. There's all sorts of cool things. When you hit that, you make a difference, and then you press confirm. So you hit the give button, you pick the emoji, you press confirm. It's that easy, or you can do this as well. When you're looking at your screen there, you can use the donate button. It is right there on your right, the donate button. It's so easy for you to make a difference for us. All right, give with your head, give with your heart. Just give and help us make a difference. If you have any questions, this is kind of cool. You can toggle over to the chat function. You can put a comment in there. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know maybe why you're making a donation. Let us know why making a difference is so important to you. You do that all through the chat function. It's in the window on your right. If you have a question, you can also do that right through the chat function. All right, let's get to it. Let's make a difference. I know I'm excited to make a difference. I know you are too. That's why you're with us tonight. We're going to run through some funding levels here and tell you what that funds and exactly specifically how you make a real difference. Let's start with $2,500. If you can give $2,500, this is a remarkable gift of hope. $2,500 supports nearly 5 days of research to improve quality of life for people with chronic lung disease. It's $2,500. It's more than that when you think about the difference that you can absolutely make. Won't you join us? Join the fight. Help us make a difference for people with chronic lung disease. If you give $2,500, you can enter it on your computer or phone now so that we can recognize your generosity. $2,500 is a great starting point. We've got some donations at that level. If that's you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much for making that difference. Want to move on to $1,000. $1,000 makes such a difference. It supports 2 days of research to develop better treatments for asthma or COVID-19 and other emerging viruses. It's $1,000. $1,000 makes such a big difference. Please, would you consider giving at this level? It's $1,000, but goes so much further because of the good stewards at the American Lung Association is with your dollars, every single dollar, almost every cent, I should say, going into programs, going into research. It's $1,000. Can you help us make a difference with $1,000 donation? It's so easy. You just click on that donate button or click on the button that says give $1,000. You can choose a cool emoji. You can do a message. If you have a question about any of this at this point, join us in the chat function. We can right now live answer those questions and make a difference. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those $1,000 donors. Let's move on to $500. $500. Give now, because a gift of $500 helps 10 students stop vaping and living a life addicted to tobacco. That's a difference. You've heard about the scourge, right? You've heard about all the kids that are vaping, e-cigarettes, all of that stuff. $500 helps us help 10 students stop vaping. Your gift will give kids the tools they need to say no to that first cigarette, e-cigarette, vape pen, hookah, or other addicting tobacco product as our youth begin experimenting at age 11. You give $500 right now, you help us stop students. We've got a donation from Franco Spraggins. Thank you so much, Franco, for your donation. We appreciate that. Can you give it $500? Join Franco and join our battle to keep kids tobacco-free here in Wisconsin. $500 makes that donation. You can donate at $500. We're going to keep moving on. We're going to move on down the list here to $250. But if you want to give more than that, you can certainly do that, and it's easy to do it. $250, our next to the last level of the evening. By the way, Steve Mielke, thank you for that $500 donation. Your contribution could mean life or breath for someone with lung disease or lung cancer if you give $250. It also helps us promote awareness of life-saving vaccines for 14 individuals. This is at $250. $250 helps us with vaccines. We've been talking about that. Helps us with research. Your money goes to making a difference. You know somebody who's been impacted by lung disease, COPD, lung cancer, emphysema. Your $250 donation right now helps us take care of that. Hit that donate button on the right of your screen. It's the yellow box. Or to give $250, you can hit the give $250 and do it that way. John Emanuel with a nice donation and a little applause. We applaud you, John. Thank you so much for that generous donation. $250. Won't you join us in our fight? Won't you help us make a difference at the $250 level or more? You can help us make a real difference. I challenge you, if you have not gotten in yet, at $100. The $100 level is a big deal. If you haven't already indicated that you're willing to give, consider now a contribution at the $100 level. $100 could educate 2 homeowners about radon testing to prevent lung cancer. Where I live, radon is an issue. It's a big deal. You can help us get that under control if you donate $100. $100 goes to research. It goes to funding. Did you know lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer of both men and women in the United States? Aaron Lipsky's made a generous donation. Thank you, Chief. Nice of you. Dustin Hinton, he's made a generous donation. Thank you for that. Won't you join us? Help join our fight by hitting that yellow donate button on the right side of your screen or the give $100. See that under that nice $100 bill we've created? Hit that and you can create an emoji. Megan Miller, thank you so much for your donation. And you can give yourself a little emoji. $100 makes a huge difference. If you can spare that or you can spare more, you help us win the fight. The fight against cancer, the fight against COPD, the fight against asthma. You probably know somebody who's been affected by asthma. It makes a real difference if you donate at the $100 level. We sure appreciate that. Donate $100, give generously, give freely. We will take very, very good care of your money. And thank you very much for your aid in this fight. Want to thank everybody for their very generous donations. If you have not yet donated, there's still time to do it. Give your best gift. Please help us. You can make a difference here tonight. I know the pandemic's made everything kind of weird. We're usually gathered in a big ballroom. We're celebrating. We're giving money. Please don't let us fall down. The American Lung Association has done such important work for so many years. And although we're not gathered in that room, we're gathered together to fight lung disease. If you have not donated yet, please click the donate button and help us make a difference. All right. Should we have a little bit of fun? Let's move on to the live auction. If you are out there, there are only a set amount of auction items. There's not a lot of them. I think there's 4 of them. We're going to run through them really quick. So get in on the action right now. We've got some great stuff that's going to be a whole lot of fun, and we'd love for you to get in on this. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to introduce the items one at a time. So one at a time, I'll introduce them. And since we're live, I want to explain the bidding process because it's a little bit different than when we're all gathered in the room together. You'll see each item appear on your screen. You'll see some cool pictures, a little bit of information. I will tell you more information about what you're looking at. And on the screen to the right, you'll see the bid button with a set amount. That is the opening bid. So as I run through these items, you will see the opening bid and that amount. Use the plus sign to raise your bid. After we've made that initial bid, you will raise the bid. As you place your bids from home, I'm going to let you know who the top bidder is. I'm going to let you know where we're at. I'm going to let you know what you need to do to get in on some of the action. And by getting in on the action, you make a difference. There may be a couple second delay between when you place your bid and when I kind of call it out. That's this technical thing that we're dealing with here. But stay engaged, stay involved. Once we've determined the bidding has reached a maximum, I will make that call. We'll shut it down. Let's get started with our incredible live auction items. And we're so thankful for all the folks that have donated to this. All right, so here we go. The first one, once in a lifetime experience of deputy fire chief for a day. How cool is that? The bidding for this, $500. Let me tell you a little bit about this. $500 will start the bidding for you. It's an incredible experience. You get to spend up to 8 hours riding with the Milwaukee Fire Department deputy chief. 8 hours. That includes a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to keep the Milwaukee Fire Department ready to go at a moment's notice. You're going to go along as they respond to emergencies, actual emergencies. You will be there. And you know what they say about cooking at firehouses? It's some of the best cooking that you will ever see. I bet you'll get some meals as well. So to start the bidding right now at $500, won't you please join us, make a difference? Can I get a $500 bid? A $500 bid. Sharon de Guzman is in. $500. $500. Can I get $600? $500. We've got $600. We've got $500. Can we get $600? Ride with the chief. This is a full day for one adult. One adult. You get to hang out at the firehouse all day. You get to ride along as they go to emergencies. Sharon's in at $500. Can I get $600? $500 looking for $600. Respond to major emergencies. If that happens in our big city, you will be along inside the yellow tape. How cool is that? One adult. We're at $500 looking for $600. $500 looking for $600. We've got $600. Franco Spraggins is in at $600. Franco, thank you so much. Can I get $700? Remember, your money makes a real difference. We're looking for $700. Sharon, are you interested? You're in at $500. What about $700? At $600, looking for $700. Ride with the deputy chief. This is an incredible experience. I've done a lot of these charity events. I've never seen this item come up. For $700, you can spend the day with the Milwaukee Fire Department, with the deputy chief. You're in the cool little car. You're rolling out with the fire trucks. You're rolling out with the EMTs. Sharon is in. Sharon is in at $700. $700 looking for $800. This is a deal. It's all day. Looking for $800. Your money goes to make a difference as we fight lung disease, and you get to have a super cool experience. We're at $700 looking for $800. $700 looking for $800. Franco, I know you want a part of this. $700 looking for $800. They respond to emergencies. You're inside the yellow tape. You're having a good time, and your money is making a real difference. We're at $700. All right. We're going once. We're wrapping it up. We're at $700. Is that what we're going to close it down at? We're at $700. All right. Congratulations, Sharon. $700. I wish I could have bid on this. $700, and it is yours. That is absolutely fantastic. All right. I know you're interested. I know there's a virtual learning curve. I know this is kind of a weird thing that we're dealing with, right? Believe me, I know. I'm not a technical guy. We've got 3 more items left. So don't wait around because we've only got 3 more items left. Next up, you can see it on your screen. It's a Hilton Head beach vacation starting at $1,500. This is a real deal. It's a beach vacation. Gosh, who could use some time on the beach right now? All right, I'm going to give you a little insider baseball right now. This starts at $1,500. This is my place. Michelle and I are blessed. This is our place, and I want you to spend some time there. It's a week stay in Hilton Head. It's a private villa, 2 bedrooms, family-friendly, unit that sleeps up to 8 guests. The current bid is $1,500. That is a real deal. I can tell you. It goes for a lot more than that. It's worth more than that, and I want you to be part of it. Steps from the beach, steps from bars, steps from restaurants, steps from coffee. You don't even need a car when you are at this private villa. Everything you need, steps from the beach. The opening bid on this, the week we will work out with you, is $1,500. That is a deal. $1,500 on the Hilton Head vacation. Can I get a bid for $1,500? $1,500 is the bid that we're looking at. A week's stay is $1,500. $1,500 is what we're looking at. You can use this anytime this year. You can use it anytime next year. There you see a couple of pictures. That's the inside. It's recently renovated. It's beautiful. That is the boardwalk down to the beach on the left. You walk right down to the beach. That beach, by the way, is literally 3 minutes from outside the apartment. Can we get a bid here beginning at $1,500? $1,500 on the Hilton Head vacation. $1,500 a week. You choose it. We're going to I'll throw in some extra cool stuff that we'll leave for you right there in the villa that you can have to hang out, to increase your good time while you're there. It's steps from the beach. Date and times will be agreed upon by both parties. Opening bid is $1,500. Can I get a bid? Alicia's in at $1,500. Thank you so much. All right, we got Sarah. Sarah Barr's in at $1,700. 17 looking for 19. Can I get $1,900? You're going to absolutely love this. I promise you it's fantastic. You can hang out there. Recently renovated, beautiful kitchen, beautiful bathrooms, and most importantly, you walk out the door and you're right at the beach. There's a pool that's beautiful. There's tennis courts that are beautiful. $1,700 looking for $1,900. $1,700 looking for $1,900. Jeff and Sarah Barr, I appreciate you being in. You got a bunch of people with you. Let's get them in. Mitch Ferguson is in at $1,900. I got $1,900 looking for $2,100. I'll tell you what, that $1,900 right now, that is less than this goes for a week. This is a great deal. $1,900 looking for $2,100. Beach vacation, 28 golf courses on the island. Sarah is in at $2,100. Sarah, I love it. It's fantastic. You can accommodate 8 people here, 2 beautiful bedrooms, pull-out sofa. It's absolutely gorgeous. Take my word for it. I was just there a couple of days ago. Please, $2,100 looking for $2,300. $2,100 looking for $2,300. Can I get $2,300? You walk to bars, coffee shops. I'll tell you some of my favorite restaurants. We'll give you some recommendations. There are bikes you can rent. Get down to the beach. $2,100 looking for $2,300. We're at $2,100 looking for $2,300. Can I get $2,300? $2,300. All right, we're going to close this down. Mitch, do you want some of this? Looking for $2,300. $2,300. Going once. $2,100 we're at. $2,100 going once. Going twice. Let's shut it down. Sarah, congratulations. Thank you for helping us make a difference. You're going to have a great time. I wish I was going to be there with you. Thank you so much, Sarah, the winning bid. We appreciate your generosity. That's fantastic. You guys are making a real difference. Let's keep it rolling. How about the chef's dinner? Chef's dinner for $20 at Fiserv Forum. Opening bid is $1,200. This is super cool. Amazing dinner for up to 20 guests will take place at the winner's choice of either the Panorama Club at Fiserv Forum overlooking the skyline, or they'll come to your house and they'll do this. Look at that. Look how fantastic that is. The Milwaukee Bucks team of chefs, led by senior executive chef Kenneth Hardiman, will curate an unforgettable meal with your choice of wine or bourbon pairings. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Let's get it going. Aaron Lipsky is in at $1,200, looking for $1,400. $1,200 looking for $1,400. 20 people, dinner for 20. Divide it up with your friends. We're at $1,200 looking for $1,400. $1,200 looking for $1,400. Beautiful Fiserv Forum, or if you'd rather have it at your house, they will come to your house. They will make this a super special night. It is a chef's dinner for up to 20 people. Look at beautiful Fiserv Forum. Not many people being allowed in there these days, but you could have dinner in there. Sometime between now and next April. You have a year. We're at $1,400. Mitch Ferguson is in at $1,400. $1,400 looking for $1,600. Can I get $1,600? $1,400 looking for $1,600. It's chef's dinner. Aaron Lipsky in at $1,600 looking for $1,800. $1,600 looking for $1,800. It is Fiserv Forum with the Bucks team of chefs with senior chef. This guy's a great guy, by the way, Kenneth Hardiman. He's going to work with you to make an incredible menu. We're at $1,800. Angela's in at $1,800. Aaron's in at $2,000, looking for $2,200. $2,000 looking for $2,200. This is incredible. We're at $2,000 looking for $2,200. This is 20 people. Grab this thing up and divide it up with your friends. This is a deal, I'm telling you. We're at $2,000 looking for $2,200. Can I get $2,200? We're at $2,000 looking for $2,200. It's the chef's dinner. All the money goes to make a difference for kids with asthma and folks fighting lung disease. Research, all of that. We're at $2,000 with Aaron Lipsky. Can I get $2,200? Angela, are you interested in $2,200? We're going to shut this down. Going once. Going twice. A great deal. We are done. Aaron Lipsky, thank you so much. Wow. That's incredible. That's going to be a great, great night. And finally, let's move on to the big one. I wish I was eligible for this. Can we bend the rules a little bit? This is really incredible. Costa Rica, 5-night stay in Costa Rica with airfare. Hey, Angela got in there at 2,200. How sweet is that? Angela got that chef's dinner at 2,200. All right, let's go to Costa Rica getaway. Costa Rica getaway, catch a wave, bathe under a waterfall, spot a sloth in paradise. Look at this place. My goodness, this is beautiful. It's about simple delights in Costa Rica. It's been named the happiest place on earth. You get to choose a stay at one of 2 Marriott resorts. They're both gorgeous. I mean, my gosh, look at that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Opening bidding starts at $4,000. You must travel within 2 years. A few blackout dates apply, but not many. We were in Costa Rica a couple years ago. Absolutely stunning. Look at these accommodations. Can I get an opening bid of $4,000? $4,000. It is completely worth it. And I'll tell you what, at $4,000, this is a deal. Doesn't that look like paradise? Look at that pool. Look at the greenery. Look at the place you're going to be hanging out. This is an awesome, awesome opportunity. $4,000 is the opening bid. Can I please get a bid of $4,000? Not only do you get to go a cool place, but you get to know that you're making a real difference. You need to know that you're making a real difference. $4,000 is where we start. $4,000 is where we want to start. You can get a lot of people here. You can hang out. The airfare is included. Did I tell you that? The airfare is included. $4,000 in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is safe. It's fun. It's green. When we were there, we saw sloths. We had monkeys that came and visited in the backyard every single day when we were there. We're looking for an opening bid of $4,000. Can I get $4,000? This includes airfare. It includes your stay at a couple places. Look at those waterfalls. Look at the scenery. How about that? Horses on the beach. Sunsets on the beach. Sunrises on the beach, if that's more your deal. Let's start the bidding at $4,000 at either the JW Marriott, Juan Casto and Tamarindo, or the Los Sueños Marriott and Playa Herradura. These are great choices. The opening bid is $4,000. This is a great opportunity. Dustin Hinton is in at $4,000. $4,000 looking for $4,200. Can I please get $4,200? We're at $4,000 looking for $4,200. $4,000 looking for $4,200. Whether you want to relax on the beach, whether you want to fish, whether you want to check out the volcano in the area, which is super cool, whether you want to snorkel, you can scuba, you can just relax and check everything out. It's a great opportunity. We're at $4,000 looking for $4,200. $4,000 looking for $4,200. Can I get $4,200? We're at $4,000 looking for $4,200. The happiest place on earth. Doesn't that look happy? That looks fantastic. I wish I could get some of this action. Megan is in at $4,200. Megan is in at $4,200. Can I get $4,400? $4,400 is what we're looking at. $4,400. $4,400 is a deal. It is 5-night stay in Costa Rica with airfare. $4,200 looking for $4,400. This is the last item, folks. Don't wait around. This is it. Happiest place on earth. You can spend time there, and you have a lot of time to travel. Very few blackout dates. We're at $4,200 looking for $4,400. Can we get $4,400? $4,400, the happiest place on earth. Come on, Dustin. I know your wife. You got to get her to Costa Rica. $4,200 looking for $4,400. $4,200 looking for $4,200. Can I get $4,400 for this once-in-a-lifetime incredible stay in Costa Rica? You actually get to choose which of the couple places you want to stay. We're at $4,200 looking for $4,400. Can I get to $4,400? $4,200 looking for $4,400. Just look at this gorgeous resort. Can I get to $4,400? You make a big difference. This is the auction item. Can you help us make a difference? $4,200 looking for $4,400. $4,400 is what we're looking for. We're at $4,200. $4,200 going once. Going twice. Can I get another bid? Can I get a bid at $4,400? All right. There we go. Exciting news. I wish I could be going to Costa Rica. How cool is that? Costa Rica, more than anything, we want to thank you for your generosity. We want to thank you very much for everything that you've done tonight. We want to thank you for being so generous. We want to thank you for making a difference. We want to thank you for helping us with our mission. I want to send it over to my co-host, Aaron Lipsky.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You did an outstanding job. Give yourselves a round of applause. We have one final special request. Please check your silent auction bids. Bidding closes at 9 p.m. tonight. And please, if you have not donated already, donate now. Thank you so much.
He said it. Closes at 9 o'clock. Don't forget to check your shopping cart. Make sure that you check that shopping cart out. Thank you again to United Healthcare. United Healthcare are longtime partners. That makes such a big difference. All our sponsors this evening for supporting the We BeLung Gala. I know this has been a different kind of event. We're looking forward to getting back in person with all of you sometime soon. More than anything, we thank you so very much for helping us make a difference at our home virtual gala. $160,000. You are making a real difference. Thank you so much for helping us make a difference. We thank you very much from the bottom of our lungs. For Aaron Lipsky, I'm John Mercure. You can continue to donate, so check out the website, check out the auction items, continue to make a difference, pour yourself another cocktail. Thank you very much for what you do for those suffering from lung disease. Have a great rest of the night.